There are two aspects that make up the classroom environment. There's emotional and physical. The reason we put kids in school in the first place is to help them foster independence, as we don't really want our kids to still be living in our basement by the time they're 45. As the force of socialization only gets stronger as we age, it is important to help children understand how awesome they are at a young age. As their emotional well-being is crucial to an effective learning environment, I want my students to feel safe to make mistakes in my classroom. I feel the only way they'll be able to get to this point is if first they trust me as their teacher. The best way to inspire trust in your students is probably to be non-judgmental, be very caring, and be patient with them as they're still learning and developing into people. I want my classroom's emotional environment to be one where kids feel confident enough to be their individual selves. And I realized that I forgot the A in this sign, which is ironic because I'm making an educational video, but I admitted it, so I feel it's clearly safe to make mistakes in front of people. Anyway, the next aspect that I'm going to go into is the physical layout of the classroom, as the physical environment is definitely a big role in creating the atmosphere that you want. So I believe that there's another three aspects you need to take into account. The flexibility aspect, the organizational aspect, and an atmosphere of openness. So, in terms of flexibility, learning is a dynamic process, and what better way to reflect the creative and ever-changing nature of education than furniture that is mobile and on wheels. Teachers are supposed to be flexible too, and why would we want our classroom to not be flexible if we are supposed to be flexible as people? To me, it just doesn't make sense. So if things are able to move around, then we're able to maximize space, and the kids are able to manipulate the room to cater to their current learning needs, depending on the activities that they're going to be doing. The next thing is organization. I feel like it's important that we keep learning spaces open and inviting. Kids waste a lot of time by aimlessly wandering around when they can't find supplies or materials that they're looking for. So when I'm a teacher, I plan on cubbying and labeling and shelving as many things as possible in order to maximize usability of everything. Anyway, finally, we have openness, and I feel like the best way to cater to an atmosphere that is open is by having natural light through windows. This window only has one border, but that's okay, because whatever. So natural light is so much better than the artificial fluorescent bulbs that remind me of hospitals in one case, because, well, the buzz that they give off kind of sucks the life out of me, and I don't want my students to feel like they're in hospital when they're doing math, because that's too much of a bad thing. Anyway, the last thing that you can put into a classroom is plants. Plants are something that's really awesome to put in a class because they kind of close the gap between the outside world, which is free and open, and the inside prison-like sense of the indoors, a feeling that a lot of kids probably experience, especially when they're forced to stay inside for certain allotted blocks of time throughout the day at school. Also, they provide clean air to breathe, which is nice because sometimes schools are old and the air can become stale and dank, which is not nice. And bleh. So yeah, it's important to focus on all these aspects when considering your future classroom environment. That's the end. Okay, bye!